town for business. My client leaves a mess, I clean it up. I'm an independent contractor, working for some very wealthy clients. They open deals, I close them. It's the world's most exotic accident. They found the drug in the fish oil, of all things. But oil is an old story, one of grease and flame. The grease turns the wheels of commerce, and the flame attracts the moths. So be careful walking these streets, my delicate little insect. Venture too close, and you'll burn your wings. There might be. I originally came here to complete a business deal, but the client, in a fit of foolishness, decided to close on their own. Rather than dispose of the evidence properly, they left it in a warehouse. Real amateur stuff. So there are some loose ends that need tying, and I prefer a third party handle it. Would you be interested? It's a simple job. I need you to pick something up and sell it. Giving you any more information would be unwise. I'm giving you half of my usual fee, which, according to my clients, is a ransom 3 times over. But I'm worth every cred. You'll find the merchandise in a locker in the warehouse behind Neon Tactical. Gangs in Ibside often use that area to peddle their sunshine and lollipops, so if shit's puckaroo, you'll have to improvise. Once you secure the merchandise, sell it to Coleman Lang at the Trade Authority, so it's part of their regular inventory. Return here when the job is done.
Trouble or we'll have a problem.
Gelbeck, where your credits work for you.
Move along.
In the galaxy. Skyrim. We are the Emporium. And you
What I don't sell ends up in trouble.
See if they've got any weapons or ammo.
I don't know who got those idiots at the Merchants Alliance to work together, but whoever it is, I've got a baton with their name on it. If you're here to report a crime, you're gonna have to deal with it yourself. Neon Security's all booked up for the day. then it's your first time being in Neon. Right now, I'm dealing with a stabbing in Ebside, a junkie ready to toss himself off the platform, 2 robberies, and a stripped spaceship. So unless you're here to tell me that the trade tower is about to fall into the ocean, it can probably wait, right? Whoa, listen to the genius over here. What a good idea. I know what I'll do. I'll walk over to the edge of the platform and yell really loud for volunteers down at the ocean. Maybe some chasm bass will sign up. In case you haven't noticed, we don't exactly ask the Freestar Collective for help. We do things on our own. Yeah? Well, that's probably why they stenciled this cute little emblem on my armor. See? It says Neon Security. You know, my job.
And you call yourself law enforcement? It's disgusting.
Look, you've already wasted too much of my time. So why don't you take off and deal with your problems on your own? I don't know. You willing to pay me or what? What a coincidence. Nothing I can't stand more than a nosy civilian. All right, move on.
Interesting. This district certainly provides evidence that Ryujin's influence has spread from their tower and out into the city.
If it's too hot to handle, we can take it off your hands.
Not a bad gun. Good balance, weight. Allied Armaments is a UC company, but their stuff is military grade. But that is not the issue here. That gun is hotter than a frying pan full of fish grease. I'm not giving you anywhere near market rate. Pleasure doing business with you. Yeah. Various employers post jobs to the mission boards for people like you to take up. For example, the Trade Authority pays pilots to run cargo. You'll find them in bars, usually near spaceports throughout the settled systems. I don't need it. Not it. Hey, I'm not here to rattle any cages. We get along just fine. As long as I stay out of their business, they stay out of mine. On the rare occasion that I've run into something that's red hot, Ranger Price swings by as a follow-up, we put our heads together and figure it out. It's never really been a problem. You can ask him if you like. Yes. If you find anything else, make sure you bring it to me.
Seems like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere these days, spreading like a virus.
Hey there, Interpreter.
not a suggestion.
Going to be visiting the astral land while we're here. I mean, that's a given, right?
What's up?
What now? Then my client can finally relax. He's a very tense man, you see. Tried to smile once, years ago, and didn't like the fit. But I digress. Here's your payment, as promised. Enjoy the rest of your time here in Neon. Yes, but I never work with the same client twice. Call it a personal role. May we live in interesting times.
Excuse me.
Trident Luxury Lines. Trident.
Welcome to Trident Luxury Lines, where we craft the finest and most luxurious starships in the galaxy. If you have any questions about our product line or would like to book a cruise, I'll do my very best to assist you. Now, how may I help you today?
Welcome to luxury.
Is a Trident best in class, top to bottom? No. Clearly no. Deimos has fantastic missile batteries. Stroud Eklund's shields are a thing to behold. But what a Trident may lack in those areas, it more than makes up for in style, luxury, and comfort. A cruise on a Trident can be a truly life-changing experience. Of course, it's a point of pride to know my employer's products, as well as their strengths and weaknesses. It's a character trait that is extremely valuable. And if I'm being honest, I have my own dreams of going out there one day. It's important to know the pros and cons of each ship, as I'm sure you're well aware. Unfortunately, all of our cruises are booked for the foreseeable future. That should speak volumes about the quality of our products. Our cruises become more and more popular every year as new models are released. We do not sell ships or parts at this location. And it's not like you would have any use for parts or modifications anyway. A Trident ship is already perfect as it is. Certainly. Goodbye.
No offense, but,
I'm not certain why we're visiting this star yard. It's doubtful any of us have the credits to afford these overpriced vessels.
Got some business? Welcome to Trident.
And this is where the magic happens. And what have we here? A pilgrim come to see where space travel is perfected? Welcome to Trident Luxury Lines, makers of the finest and most elegant ships in the settled systems. I envy you. Stepping in here for the first time can be an almost religious experience. I wish I could taste that feeling all over again. Why, of course it is. Trident is all about quality. And obviously you're someone who knows quality when you see it. But I digress. Is there anything you need from me? I'm honored to be the head of marketing and advertising here at Trident. It's a job that I take very seriously. Educating the masses about the opulence of our cruises, or the excellence of our models, well, it's simply a privilege to do so. I can't think of any greater satisfaction than this. Of course I do. It's a great honor to work for Trident in this capacity, but it's not all about advertising our products, you see. I'm also marketing hope, something for people to strive for. Enjoying one of our cruises or owning a Trident is a dream for many, as I'm sure you understand. And so my message to the consumer is this. If you work hard enough and put in everything you have, your dream may come true. Ah, what a pleasure it is to speak to someone with true vision.
Well, look, a Trident isn't about cost. It's about status. It's about making a statement while being pampered like royalty. So, if you have to ask, well then, we might not be for you. I suppose it is somewhat odd for someone to just waltz down here like you did, but it isn't unheard of either. The Trident name brings visitors. People want to see where the magic happens, you know. The famous Gladys Coffin especially receives many callers. Well, as long as you behave yourself, your visit shouldn't be a problem. Back to work.
Hey there. You sure you're in the right place?
Deadlines, deadlines, deadlines.
If you need something, speak with Philippe or Gia.
Rest assured that every inch of a Trident luxury ship was reviewed by myself. And my trusty staff, of course.
You're under arrest. No sudden moves. Smart move. Now come along with us. We'll take any contraband. Nobody. In here right now.
thought I was going to be fired for sure. But now I got a whole performance review plan to go through.
The hitching post. You're welcome to just hang out if you want. Some come here to drink. Yeah, that's right. Been scraping together the money for months now. I got some help from my girl Alejandra too, but not as much as everyone's saying. I swear half the people in the city think I'm freeloading off her, which really burns me up, you know? Anyway, that's probably more than you wanted to hear. Let me know if there's anything else you need, yeah? Take a look.
Excuse me? Is your ship in need of a doctor? Or a botanist? I might be able to help. Really? That's great! I'm looking forward to the adventure. I've never left Aquila City before. I obviously know a lot about medicine, and I'm an experienced botanist too. I'd be happy to help collect samples in the field. Oh, thank you. I'll work hard, I promise. I need to gather some supplies before we leave, and say goodbye to my parents. See you later, Captain. Thanks again.
I'll say right up, take a look around. It's a good bet I've got something you need. Exhausted, more like. It's just me running things here. Makes for some real long work days. Of course, that's in addition to the special orders, trade contracts, and supply arrangements that I deal with on a daily basis. I also work with the Council of Governors, the Trade Authority, the Freestar Rangers, you name it. Feels like I'm providing a service to the city while trying to run a business. So yeah, I don't get a lot of sleep. Well, all kinds of things. What are you looking for?
Can I help you out with something?
Why preserve? Sometimes working at this branch almost feels like being at a private museum. So many remarkable things stored safely inside. Not as much as we used to. Ever since Marshal Blake took charge of the Rangers, well, things have been a lot quieter. There was a time those lock gang boys would be in here so often, we used to joke they ought to just open accounts. Gotta hand it to Marshal Blake, though. He's really got them on the run. One thing I can't say is I've never been a hostage before, and well, I think I've had my fill of that for a while. Glad to have your patronage.
The House of Enlightenment is a place of rest and reflection. I'm asked this question more than any other. I'll do my best to explain. While we're different individuals, you and I are also members of a common species and a shared society. It's those bonds that make our growth and evolution as a people possible, both spiritually and intellectually. Together, we can share our burdens, learn from one another, and enrich each other's lives. In unity, we find both solace and strength. There's more to it, of course, but I find that some lessons are best learned on one's own. Not at all. We don't do that. Well, most of us don't. We prefer to let people find their own way to us, if that's the right path for them. I'm not here to make a sales pitch, just to inform and share. Having said all that, the Enlightened are always happy to welcome new members into our fellowship. May you walk in peace and friendship.
Unless it's supply and demand. It's really just that simple. Master that, success will follow. Just once, I wish Sarah would stop complaining about Henry. As if I don't have enough to manage already. Maybe you heard of IntelliWheat? My company made that, you know. My brother Henry and I started with a modest inheritance, turned it into an agricultural powerhouse. We rely on robots to farm on Aquila because of the Ashta, which makes our innovations with IntelliWheat even more of a breakthrough. The Stone Root Inn no longer wants Henry's beer. Oh, I can't believe it. Henry may have to give up brewing. We can't afford to operate at a loss. Unless this is urgent, I really can't talk. I'm busy working on plans for our next expansion. Supply and demand. It's really just that simple. Master that, success will follow.